Hello everyone, welcome to section 6-4. We're going to get started. What we have here, we're going to start out with a word problem. I'm going to read it along. I need you to make sure you're looking and thinking about what the important information in the problem is, so when we are finished you can write that down. So let's get started. The art club is making a rectangular mural for the gym wall. They have 98 square foot tiles. If the club members want the mural to be 7 feet long, how tall will it be? Be prepared to explain your answer. I will read that one more time. The art club is making a rectangular mural for the gym wall. They have 98 square foot tiles. If the club members want the mural to be 7 foot long, how tall will it be? Be prepared to explain your answer. Alright, so what I want you to do right now is to look at this problem and identify the information in the problem that is important to be used when we solve it. Please do so now. Okay, we should have written down a little information from that problem. So what we learned was that there were 98 tiles. And if we notice the unit on that, that was 1 square foot each. 1 square foot. So 1 foot by 1 foot. It's a square tile. Okay? And if you remember right from when we studied area, that's length times width, the units were square units. So we know this is an area number. Area. All right. So then the next information we had was that it was 7 feet high. Or I guess length, the length, or width. Okay. Okay. So the mural is 7 feet long. It says 7 foot length. If we remember our formula for area, that would be length 7 feet times the width, I'll put W, or length times height equals area. And I put FT here for feet, W feet. So we know we're going to need to figure out what does W equal. Okay? Now to solve that, we are going to have to do division. So the problem we're going to be doing is 98 divided by 7 equals unknown. This is our W here. Okay? That is what we need to do. Please pause and write this down if you have not done so already. Okay, we wrote that down, the length and the width. We're going to draw that shape now because we need to understand what we're talking about. We are talking about a rectangular mural. A mural is a large picture. If they're putting this on the gym wall, like they have the links at our school, and we know this top part is 7 feet long, and we know inside there are 98 square feet worth of tiles. And we're trying to figure out what this one is right here. Okay, that's supposed to be a question mark. Alright, so this is what we know. So how do we figure this out? What can our answer be? Before we go any further, I would like us to do a little quick estimate. Okay? If I round each of these to the nearest 10, my 98 will become a 100. My 7, that's more than 5, so 7 will become 10. So then I know I could say 10 times W equals 100, or 100 divided by 10 equals W. So looking at that, 10 times what is 100? 100 divided by 10 is pretty clear, pretty quickly, that my width, my length or my height or whatever, the dimension up and down is going to be about 10 feet. All right. If you want to write that down, please pause now. We will use those numbers in a second. All right, my screen recorder likes to crash the whiteboard program I'm using, but we'll keep going. All right, so we knew that 10 is about how high our rectangle is. So we have 7 feet on the top, okay? And we know there's 98 in the middle, but let's put that 10 number here. Is 10 times 7 is an extended multiplication factor, and we should be pretty good at that. 10 times 7 is the same as 7 times 1 is 7 with a 0 on the end. Anything you times 10, you just move the decimal point over 1, so 7 becomes 70. So that is less than the 98 square feet in here. We have only 70. So we have 7 times 10 is 70, but we have 98 total. So I have to do now 98 for my total square feet, because remember, my rectangle here has 98 total inside. We want to see how many tiles we have left for this part here. We want to see how many tiles we have left here. So I'm going to do 98 minus 70 to find that number. 8 minus 0 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2. So I know that there are 28 tiles still remaining. So my new rectangle looks like this. We know I have 7 here. I know I have 70 tiles in here. That took 10 height to get. And now I have a 28 tiles here. And now I'm trying to figure out this number here on the side. What number times 7 is going to give me 28. Okay, pause the video here I'll pause while you write that. All right, so we have our shape here. On the top it says 70. On the bottom it says 28. We know that it took 10 sevens to get 70. And we're wondering how many sevens it takes to get 28. So I can do question mark times 7 equals 28, or 28 divided by 7 equals question mark. All right, so if I know my multiples, 1 times 7 equals 7, 2 times 7 equals 14, 3 times 7 equals 21, 4 times 7, sorry, that looks like a K, equals 28. Good news, I found my number, I can stop. So this 4 is the number here, because there's 4 groups of 7 that make 28. So I now have my rectangle with a 70 here, 28 here, 7 here. And I knew 10 sevens took to make 70, and I knew 4 sevens it took to make 28. Now all I need to do is add up these numbers on the side. 10 plus 4 is 14. So my answer, my width from my very first question, is 14 feet. Okay, 14 feet. All I had to do, once I figured out part of the answer was 10, the other part was 4, once I added them together, I get my total answer. 14 times 7 is 98. So 14 is the width or the height, 7 is the length.